Today we're going to take a look at algebraic expansion. And it's fairly similar to something you guys have done in the past. We're just going to be dealing with exponents. So the old stuff that you guys know how to do. If we were to expand 3 times x plus y, you'd simply distribute and say 3x plus 3y. If you were to have, let's say you were to have x plus y times m plus n, you distribute the x first, so x times m, plus distribute the x times n. Now we distribute the y times m, plus y times n. So the new part we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at this with exponents. So the first of the new stuff that we're going to take a look at is, let's say we have x to the negative half times x to the 3 over 2 plus 2x to the half minus 3x to the negative half. So we're going to distribute. So we multiply x to the half by everything. So x to the negative half times x to the 3 over 2 plus x to the negative half times 2x to the half minus x to the negative half times 3x to the negative half. And now we're just going to use our rules of exponents. So two bases are the same, so we add those. So negative half plus 3 over 2, so that would be 2 over 2, or 1, plus 2x, this next chunk here, negative half and negative half is 0, minus 3x, negative half and negative half is negative 1. So now we just have to keep simplifying it. So this is x to the first plus 2 to the 0 power is 1. So this chunk right here, that's 1. So that's just plus 2 minus x to the first has to go on the bottom, so over 3 over x to the first. The second one we're going to take a look at. Let's say we have 2 to the power of x plus 3 times 2 to the power of x plus 2. So let's start by distributing this 2 to the x. So 2 to the x times 2 to the x plus 2 to the x times 2 plus 3 times 2 to the x plus 3 times 2. So let's see, this first chunk right here, bases are the same. So this would be 2 to the 2x, plus our bases are the same here. This is really just a 1. So we'd have 2 to the x plus 1, plus this part. I really want to multiply that 3 times 2 together, but 2 to the x, that exponent is connected, so 3 times 2 to the x plus 3 times 2 is 6. So then we could just simplify this a little bit more, because we could say, well, 2 squared is 4, so we have 4 to the x plus 2 to the x plus 1 plus 3 times 2 to the x plus 6. And the third one that we're going to take a look at. Let's say we have 3 to the x plus 3 to the negative x squared. Well, what does that equal? Well, we write it out twice. So 3 to the x plus 3 to the negative x times 3 to the x plus 3 to the negative x. So we have to start, oh no, how long ago did that go away? I wasn't paying any attention. Let's see, please come back. Alright, well, I hope you guys caught the end of number 2. I'm so sorry, I wasn't paying any attention. So let's take a look at number 3 here. So 3 to the x plus 3 to the negative x squared, so we write it out twice. So now we have to expand that. So 3 to the x times 3 to the x. Then we take that plus 3 to the x times 3 to the negative x, plus, distribute here, 3 to the negative x times 3 to the x, and this last part, plus 3 to the negative x times 3 to the negative x. So now we'll look at each little part. Well, bases are the same, so this is 3, there's 2 x's. X and negative x is 0, so plus 3 to the 0. Negative x and x on this one, so 3, negative x and x is 0. Plus this last chunk, so 3 to the negative 2x. So simplifying this here, 3 to the 2x, so that's 9 to the x. Anything to the 0 power is 1, anything to the 0 power is 1. Plus, so this would be 1 over 3 to the 2x. So let's see, so this is 9 to the x, plus 1 and 1 is 2, plus 1 over 3 squared is 9 to the x.